This is Clarence and Charean Williams coming to you from the Star Cowboys headquarters. They got bad news today. Dez Bryant has a hairline fracture. Jason Garrett lists him as day to day, week to week. But there's no way he's playing Sunday against San Francisco.
Yeah, not with the conditions that they're expecting there with some rain. And I think they're going to let this thing fully heal. We go back to last season. Dez played 9 games, but he's never fully healthy in those 9 games. Started the Giants game, got hurt there, was out with the foot injury, had foot surgery, came back, and then was lost for the year and had more foot surgery. So I think they're going to let this thing fully heal. We know a bone generally takes about 6 weeks to heal. They do have a bye week in there too. So I think we're looking at him maybe missing 5 games.
Yeah, seen him in the locker room today. He had a wrap on his leg, but he was walking. He was without crutches. It may not be as severe as some people think it is, and certainly they don't think it's severe. They say it's a slight hairline fracture of the bone, but again, the smart thing to do is to let it heal, because the urgency is not the same as it was a year ago. This team feels better that they can win without Dez and without Tony Romo, unlike last year, because of Dak Prescott.
Yeah, no question. He's not turning the ball over. We know he's doing all the right things. He's being a bus driver of sorts, but he's also throwing the ball down the field some. But they just feel real calmness and confidence in that locker room, and they all say it. It's different than it was last year for whatever reason, and maybe part of it too is having Ezekiel Elliott. They feel like they can run the ball better. Even though Darren McFadden was the offensive MVP last season, they did not run the ball as well as they did before with DeMarco Murray. They are running the ball, and will think they will continue to run the ball as well as they did 2 years ago once they get Zeke going here in this offense. And with Alfred Morris too, frankly, they feel real good about the backs they have behind him.
Now, I talked to Bryce Butler, the guy that likely move into the starting lineup to replace Dez Bryant. He says he's more ready to fill in for Dez because he spent all time training camp in the preseason playing that position, making plays. He knows the offense, unlike last year when he just got to the team and he didn't know as much of the offense. So he feels more comfortable. He also talked about a calmness in the locker room where last year when they lost Dez and lost Tony, people felt like crying. They don't feel like crying. They're ready to move forward. They're not blinking this year. But that's not the only injury issue with the Cowboys. That offensive line is banged up. La'el Collins is out. They got Ron Leary to fill in, but they still have problems to tackle with Tyron Smith and Doug Freed being injured.
Yeah, and again, I think their depth's better than last year. And we are talking about all offensive injuries, which is good for them because their depth is way better on offense than it is on defense. And we know if it was a Sean Lee out or somebody like that, I think they were worse off on defense because they don't have that depth behind those guys on the defensive side. They're already a little weak there. But on the offensive side, I think this is a very good football team with a lot of depth, and I think they can handle this in the short term if it's only a few weeks. You know, if they win this game, the worst they can do until Tony Romo comes back, we think, right around then, is 3-3, and I think that gives them a chance going forward to win this division.
Hey, football is a game. It's a physical game. It's a game of injuries. No one cares. Injuries happen. It happened last year. This is happening this year. There's no excuses. The Cowboys need to win Sunday in San Francisco.